Hello everyone and welcome to Ref Sports post-match show. And India has done a good job, guys. I must say, when we were talking about Indian team's batting in the pre-match show, we were all very concerned. Even if it's Afghanistan, people come up and say, "Oh, it's Afghanistan only." But yeah, still they have good bowlers, and we were very much concerned that what Indian batting will do. But they did a good job. Yashasvi Jaiswal got out for a few runs, but yeah, Sai did a good job, 81. KL Rahul, Shubman Gill both scored 100. Rishabh Pant scored a 50, and I think Indian team is in a good space currently, according to the day one. So, Vaibhav, I will come up to you. How do you look at the performance of Indian team on the day one? They scored 368 currently for the loss of 3 wickets. How do you look at the performance they did today in batting?
At first, the moment I saw the first visual of the pitch, it was tinge green. I thought the match is being played
Yeah.
at Wellington, not in Mullapur. But then that grass didn't help the bowlers a lot. It was just 10 to 15 overs, I think, where the fast bowlers were in game and they created chances as well. Unfortunately for Afghanistan, they didn't take that review against KL Rahul that would have gone in their favor. But again, it is
Yeah.
about this game is about chances. If you don't take your chances, the other team will. This time, KL Rahul grabbed on that chance. Unfortunately, Yashasvi couldn't capitalize on the reprieve. He also got a reprieve, but again, very unfortunate dismissal. What would you call it
Yeah.
as? But the conditions were really good, as you expect. Day one, Indian conditions, typical subcontinent conditions, and this is where Shubman Gill. What he did right at the toss was to bat first. It at times, even if you are a home team, when you see a tinge of grass, there is a temptation to bowl first. Let's get them out quickly. But in India, in subcontinent conditions, generally, what you should do is outbat the opposition. Just bat once. And I think that was my last message to Mohor as well. That 700. She asked how much India should score in the first inning. 700, 800. They have their batting lineup to
Wow.
outbat opposition. They just have to bat once, and that is what they are
Yeah.
looking for. They are not looking to bat twice on this wicket. They want to wrap this game as early as possible, and then same ground they will have the ODI preparations as well. So I think brilliant. I think the only what you can say miss would be Sai Sudharsan not converting again his 50 to 100, but a very classy knock given the conditions he was in and the pressure there is from the outside. Devdutt Padikkal is there. Dhruv Jurel can also bat as a specialist batter. This game he's been picked ahead of a Nitish Kumar Reddy. So I think overall a brilliant effort. Again, KL Rahul first innings as vice captain, delivering good runs for the team, big runs, and that's what he's been doing since last 2 years as a batter. He's been brilliant across formats, and then Shubman Gill carrying on his form in Test cricket. 11th century, 11th Test century, and that's
Yeah.
this is where I believe Shubman Gill was missed against South Africa. He picked that in Eden Gardens injury. He picked that injury at Eden Gardens and then was ruled out
Hmm.
for the entire series. I think that made a difference because we lost that test by only 30 or 20 odd runs. So Shubman Gill's absence was a big miss. Now you know why he's the best batter across formats. According to me, he's the best batter across formats India have right now, and he's do he I don't think there could be a better chance against a better opposition to score these runs. I think now what he should do, he should make it a big 100, 200, 250 plus like Virat Kohli used to do. So now I
Yeah.
think India will bat once only.
I think they should bat once only. If we look at the heat, the weather at Mullapur, they should bat once only and they should put a good score on the scoreboard. I remember them doing this in front of England. Also, they put a good score in the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy, and it would be good for them. Coming to Mohor, Mohor, are you happy with the score which is put on the board by the Indian team on the day end of day one? Are you happy with the score, or you think thoda sa और होता तो बढ़िया रहता? Something like
No,
that.
no, I think it's fine. See, we can always think of thoda sa aur hota to badhiya rehta.
हाँ.
We're all greedy that way. But I think they have been doing a fabulous job.
Hmm.
Obviously, Afghanistan bowlers also, like Vaibhav said, they were getting a little assistance at the start, but then they were not able to capitalize. There were some fielding hiccups as well. They have been good near the boundary, but other than that, catches, not going for the DRS decision. So I think everything they look a little out of place as of now, and that is where you can make out the difference in the experience between the Indian side and the Afghanistan side. No reason to blame them as well. They are also a very
Yeah.
inexperienced side. They are trying out their hands, but I think they are trying their best. But once again, I mean, the Indian team is out batting them for sure. I think I'm really happy with the runs that are there on the scoreboard. But once again, I would have loved it if Sai Sudarshan was able to convert it into 100, because he looked in very good touch right from the start. KL Rahul was sort of struggling at the start. This was, even though he did bring up his 100, I don't think this was his best 100. He was he was not being able to middle the ball. There were a few edges. Once again, he was lucky. But again, this was not his best 100. But Sai Sudarshan, on the other hand, I think he was looking in great touch. So was Shubman Gill. Happy for him that he converted. But all in all, I think I am really happy with this points, the score that is on the scoreboard now.
Yes, because I think it's been a lot of time when we as fans we would have sat together and talked about that India scoring India putting up a good score on the scoreboard, because it is currently they are like getting trapped in their batting. Also coming to Bharat, are you happy with the score? The same question, or you think it would have been a bit better or something like that?
So a bit better means what exactly? Like India scoring
500 runs.
500.
400 plus, 400 plus on an OPD.
500 plus.
See, it was a good day. See, you expected India to dominate the proceedings. Yes, Afghanistan got a few opportunities here or there, but still, when you are the underdog, you have to take your opportunities. Afghanistan were always the underdog.
I think
Is there
there
an
is
internet
some.
glitch? I think
Yes,
there's a
yes,
glitch.
I
Dominate
think
day
so.
one,
Yeah.
and they have
Oh,
done just
okay.
that. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure from here. I think I lost my net or whatever it is,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. You go on
or I'm
speaking.
not
I
back.
No,
Still,
no, you're
or
back.
am I still struggling with the net? I don't know.
No, no, you're back. We can
Anyway,
hear you.
maybe for a few seconds I went on a time warp somewhere outside planet Earth. Anyway, coming back to planet Earth. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a dominate. You expected India to dominate, right? And
yeah.
that's what they have done. Yes, Afghanistan got a few opportunities, but they were not able to take it. And yes, from here on, expect India to again dominate day two and basically win this test. Afghanistan were always the underdogs, and basically after day one, it's gone according to what one expected.
Yes, because I think the Afghanistan bowlers who got a few chances here in this match, in fact, Ziaur Rahman, I feel he did a very good job, very good bowling by him, and like it feels very nice when you see a couple of competitions coming up, from the other end also. I won't say, see, I always respect the opponents who are coming to face India after 2023 ODI World Cup final. I do respect every opponent, because I remember being so arrogant during the 2023 ODI World Cup that we are winning, nobody is there, and this, that, things like that. After that, I got so humble, and I respect each and every opponent who are coming here, in India to play India, even if India is going for an overseas tour. But coming to Vaibhav, Yashasvi Jaiswal, I think you also heard that news that Yashasvi Jaiswal will be there in the ODI series also. Virat Kohli has been ruled out. Very unfortunate. Everybody would love to watch him bat, but again, things are not going his way. But yeah, Yashasvi Jaiswal is here as the replacement of Virat Kohli. So do you think, yeah, obviously Indian team has the second inning batting also if they want to bat. But Yashasvi Jaiswal was unable to score runs in the IPL. Yashasvi Jaiswal was unable to score runs today as well. So do you think that it is a problem for Team India in ODIs also, and also in the upcoming test matches which are scheduled?
What, Yashasvi Jaiswal not scoring runs or
Yeah,
Yashasvi not scoring?
Yashasvi Jaiswal not scoring runs.
See,
Yeah.
Yashasvi, when it comes to limited overs cricket, I don't think he has got fair run. in white ball cricket. T20 though he has lost his place a long time back. I think the last time I saw him playing was in Asian Games under Ruturaj's captaincy. After that, I haven't saw
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal playing T20 cricket. And again, the last time he scored 100. After that, you dropped him from the New Zealand series, which was played at home, and then you lost that series as
Yeah.
well. Even Ruturaj Gaikwad lost his place after scoring 100. Again, Ruturaj Gaikwad. If somebody has to relate with Yashasvi Jaiswal, it has to be Ruturaj Gaikwad. When Ruturaj Gaikwad in 2024 scored his first T20 century, next he went to
Yeah.
Zimbabwe and then he was dropped in that series after that series. In fact, if you look at that period, Ruturaj was team's most consistent batter in terms of average and strike rate, but he was dropped for no reason. And then when he scored a
Obviously.
century in ODI cricket, then again he was dropped. So only one player can relate with Yashasvi Jaiswal at this point. That you
Ruturaj.
do your best in white ball cricket, still you will get dropped, and that is Ruturaj Gaikwad. But coming to Yashasvi, see, obviously today's dismissal, I won't nobody should
Yeah.
overanalyze it. You just look at
Hmm.
the way he got dismissed. Anybody would have.
I think there is some network issue with
I'm
Vaibhav
back.
also.
Am I back?
Yeah, you are back. Yes, you
Yeah.
are back.
So
Please go on.
yeah. So yeah. So yes, I don't think anyone should overanalyze how he got dismissed today.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes,
Hmm.
see, Yashasvi has been India's one of India's best batters since ever since he's made his debut in West Indies 2023. So I don't think there is any problem with in regards to his technique or in white ball cricket again. You don't see much of technique nowadays in T20 cricket. In IPL also, he started really well the season against RCB Mumbai. He won the game single-handedly. That innings he played
Yeah.
beautifully. So I don't think there is a concern around Yashasvi Jaiswal. There shouldn't be any sort of concern. It's just about him getting ample amount of opportunities in white ball cricket to
Hmm.
cement his place, to make his mark. In red ball cricket, he's still your, I would say, still your second best batter after Shubman Gill. According to me, is your second best batter. Shubman obviously has scored a lot of runs. Bharat is laughing because Bharat has few things to say
Yeah.
about Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think in terms
No,
of
no, no.
technique.
I am laughing
Please
because
go on.
if fans of other players are listening to you, they will tell Vaibhav is equal to Shubman Gill.
No,
Oh
no, no. See,
But
God.
according to me, it's very simple. According to
Shubman
me, it's
Gill
very simple.
PR is Vaibhav Tripathi.
I
He's taking the
criticize you.
name again.
I think
PR Shubman Gill.
Moher was hosting that show when I said Shubman Gill once again got out to Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He has a weakness against incoming deliveries
Yeah.
which he hasn't rectified yet. It is right from the start since 2021. So there is a problem. Doesn't matter how much you try to downplay it or try to hide
Hmm.
it. There is a weakness in Shubman Gill's game. Obviously, he has worked on it, but still there is a scope of improvement because he's still getting out to those in swingers. So that is where there is a problem with Shubman Gill. But if you look at the volume of runs and the consistency, Shubman is right there at the top. And after that it is Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yashasvi Jaiswal is India's most accomplished left-handed batter, most complete left-handed batter.
Yeah. 100% agreed because when Yashasvi Jaiswal, got his debut cap against West Indies, I remember him making 100 in each and every his maiden overseas tours, Australia, England, everywhere. The guy visited anywhere and he used to score 100. He's that good. There's no doubt. But again, coming to more, Yashasvi Jaiswal is a player, whenever he comes down to play for Indian team in the whites because, like it's a bit unfortunate that we can't see him play in the blues much, but yeah, in the whites, and everybody expects him to score big runs. I will not go about hundreds and all, but yeah, good 70s, good 80s, but yeah, he was unable to do that. Do you think his form is bit of a concern for the upcoming tours or the upcoming season in test and also the ODIs if he gets a chance to bat there because Virat Kohli is like missing out?
More than it being a concern for Team India, I think it's a concern for his own individual form because at this point
Yeah,
of
for
time,
him.
not about the red ball. He has established himself as a red ball opener, but
Hmm.
at this point of time, he is trying to establish his place in the white ball setup. So the fact that he was not, and we were having this discussion during IPL as well, that the fact that he was not being
Okay.
able to be as consistent in the IPL it's a bit of a concern for his own individual form, because at this point, even if you look at ODIs, there are so many opening options available. Ishan Kishan is coming up. A lot of Vaibhav Suryavanshi could be drafted in at any point. We never know. So standing at that point, it is very important for Yashasvi Jaiswal to, yes, he has the potential. Yes, some of his shots look exquisite, but also at the same time, consistency has to be kept in mind. Uh, and today, I think what I saw in his body language is I think he was running a little low on confidence. Could stem
Yes.
from an unimpressive IPL run. Even throughout the IPL, he has somewhat played the second fiddle, and he has given the aggressive role to Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and that has worked well for Rajasthan Royals. But for his own individual form, for his own individual, for establishing his place in the white ball setup, I don't think that's serving his purpose. And as far as red ball is concerned, today I won't consider that dismissal. I mean, I
Hmm.
won't take it very. I know it's supposed to be taken lightly, because before that, before
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got out, I
obviously.
think he looked good. He looked not his best, but I think he looked good. He looked underconfident, but he looked good. Probably going forward, he will play well. But yeah, this one problem with Yashasvi Jaiswal has been his consistency. I remember that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vaibhav and Bharat, but even in the England series, he was a bit inconsistent with the bat. At some
Yeah.
points, he was playing extremely well, and at other points, he was disappointing. So what he needs to work on, his technique and everything is, I think, it's more than fine, but he needs to work on the consistency that Shubman Gill has been able to maintain,
Yeah.
something sort similar to that.
Yes, because I really feel that when Shubman Gill was made the Indian captain of Indian Test team, there were too much of criticism that how can you make a player like Shubman Gill a captain of Indian Test team? He does not have any runs. He literally was a flop show, I would say, in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Apart from 91, what did he do? I have heard multiple of comments like that. But at the end, he came out. He batted the way he is batting right now in England, and now I think he has shut down all the critics which were against him till now. All the critics, and it was very much needed for a young guy like Shubman Gill, a young captain, to establish himself in a way, the way he's establishing himself now, because his class, his techniques, again, there were no question marks. It was just he was unable to score runs. The way Surya always said that, I'm not out of form, I'm out of runs. So he was literally out of runs. He was trying. Babam is laughing. I don't know why, if I cracked a joke or something, but yeah, he's laughing. But he was trying, but he was unable to score. So again, the same question to Bharat also. Do you think the form of Yashasvi Jaiswal, which he is carrying, not much criticism about today's knock. Obviously, he can get back very soon. But do you think it's a concern for him to build a blueprint in the white ball and further in the upcoming series?
Just can you come back to the last line? I missed it, or someone else can tell that question.
No. I said that. Do you think it's concern for himself to make a blueprint in white ball and in the red ball for the further upcoming series and matches? Because he is looking
This is
underconfident,
about
as
Jaiswal.
Mohor said, and I think we all noticed that. Yes, this is about Jaiswal. Yeah,
This is about Jaiswal.
you can hear us,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm struggling to hear you for some reason. Anyway, as far
No,
as
no, no
Jaiswal
problem.
is concerned, see, if it is about Limido's cricket and Yashasvi Jaiswal, see, there's not much going against him when it comes to Limido's cricket. The one thing, one problem I have with Yashasvi Jaiswal in Limido's cricket is, especially in ODI cricket, I've seen him kind of struggle to rotate the strike. Sometimes it feels as if uh, perhaps hits it straight to the fielder. He showed some improvement in that ODI series against South Africa in the final game when he got 100. I think he got 100 or on those lines. He showed some improvement in terms of rotation of strike, but otherwise, wide ball cricket shouldn't be really tough for someone like SSC Jaiswal because especially in ODIs, it's just about what can you say? It's just about getting yourself in as a top order player, playing for 25, 30 odd overs, then you will get 100. The wide kookaburra ball anyway doesn't swing much. So in ODI cricket at least, Jaiswal will get in. But obviously, if it's about the shortest format of the game, then it's going to be much tougher for him because there are a lot of openers going around. But in ODIs, pretty sure that SSC Jaiswal will make a mark at some point of time. will continue to make a mark. Because I think among the three formats, in my humble opinion, at present, I'm not saying it was the case before. At present, it's the
Mhm.
easiest format of the three, and Jaiswal obviously has the ingredients to do well in that format.
Very rightly said, but I think now we should talk about Sai Sudarshan also, because he got some backing from the head coach Gautam Gambhir, and he got his chances versus England also, and a few more test matches, but he was unable to convert his knocks. So what I would like to ask each one of you's point of view about Sai's batting today. Did you see any kind of improvement in his stroke play, in his, game planning, in his batting or something like that, which could take him further in red ball? Because Indian team ruthlessly need a number three batsman. We don't have a number three batsman after Chiteshwar Pujara. We have tried multiple players. Karun Nair also was one of them. Mohan reminded me of that name. I forgot that there were so many batters. I forgot the Karun Nair's name only. That he also played at number three at some point of time. So, do you think that the way he batted today, I was very impressed. If you ask my opinion, so do you think that he has improved his gaming, his stroke plays, his batting accordingly in this particular match, starting with Webber?
See, I think if you look at the last series that he played against South Africa, the last time he was
Yeah,
playing Test cricket, if you compare it with how he played today in particular, I think the highlight of the day for me for from Sai Sudarshan's innings was his footwork, the way he was
yeah,
using his feet against spinners and fast bowlers as well. And the another impressive thing is Sai Sudarshan always had the temperament to bat long. Even in the last innings he played, I think he occupied the crease for 2.5, close to 3 hours. Played some 125, 150 odd balls, but the criticism was around the number of runs he scored in those 120, 150 balls. That was around 19, 20 runs he scored, and that was people's problem because nowadays it's not the same old template of eating up balls, occupying the crease of for
yeah,
longer time. You have to score runs as well because the format has shifted. Now we are talking about could it have been a 400 day, 500 day. So we are talking about Test cricket nowadays in such a way. 400 500 used to be a 2 day affair. After batting 2 days
yeah,
you will get to 400 500. Now only in one day you are talking about 500 as well. So this is how the game has changed, and just because of this, Sai Sudarshan's strike rate came under scanner last time. He was not unable to rotate the strike. He was just defending, playing for long, but not being able to rotate his strike. Look how he started his innings today. KL was struggling. The senior partner was
yes,
struggling. Then he started to find boundaries because he knew the pressure would build, and he didn't want KL to take the pressure. Feel the pressure and then play a uncharacteristic shot, which KL normally doesn't do because KL and Sai Sudarshan, these two players are temperamentally very strong. Two of the most strongest players when it comes to temperament. So I think what stands out with Sai Sudarshan, he doesn't get fuss with this situation that there's a lot of outside pressure, outside noises. Look at last year he was the orange cap winner. I'm just giving you an example. Last year he
yes,
was the orange
yeah,
cap
yeah,
winner.
please. Hmm.
This year also he scored a lot of runs. Any other batter he would have said, I was the orange cap winner in IPL. I should have been there in the Indian team, not in the part of playing 11, but at least in the 15. He never got into even a 15-member squad, and that's what was surprising. Any other player could have been demoralized. Look at, I'll just give you an example. Yeah, Arshdeep Singh, Rishabh Pant, Kuldeep Yadav. These are some players. These players, if their confidence is shattered, they'll not be able to perform well. But Sai Sudarshan is such player. He's very mentally very strong. So whenever backs are against his wall, then he will fight back. And this is how there's a lot of pressure. Devdutt Padikkal is there. Dhruv Jurel is there. There are players who can take up that spot. That number 3 spot is still up for grabs. Look at the way he played, and that is why I say Sai Sudarshan is a player for long term. Number 3 long term. If not number 3, but at least he should be there because he's one of the very few players who are left in this world who can occupy the crease for long time, like a Cheteshwar Pujara used to do. So we
Yeah.
need temperamentally strong players. Sai Sudarshan is one.
Very rightly said, because again, I'll repeat the same thing. Indian team have been searching for the number three for a very long time now. They have tested many players, but yeah, if Sai does a good job in this particular test match, if Sai does a good job in the upcoming series as well, it would be good for him and for Indian team as well. That okay, finally Indian team has got a number three. Coming to more, what's your point of view about Sai's knock today? He missed his century, but I am feeling more bad than him. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyways, what what is your opinion about Sai's innings today?
See, I won't immediately jump into conclusions and call him great and declare him as the
Yeah,
permanent
yeah,
number three batter immediately, because
yeah. Obviously,
I mean, yeah, because with all due respect to the Afghanistan bowling lineup, I mean, it's not, it's not a strong opposition, and also we have to see how he does in Sena conditions, okay, outside of India. So that is one
yeah,
factor. But I don't want to be that person today. I think he has improved a lot. Like Vaibhav mentioned, his footwork, his body balance as well, and. His body language was completely different from that of Yashasvi Jaiswal's, because he knows he is coming off of a great form. He has been consistent in this IPL. So right from the outset, right from the outset, he looked confident, and he knew what he was supposed to do. Even when KL Rahul was struggling, he knew what his role was, and he started hitting those boundaries. And he has that sort of like temperament and patience which is required to play test cricket. The others, yes, he has done really well in the IPL, and a lot of people call him boring because his strike rate is slow and did not fit for
yeah,
T20Is, a lot of things. And he is not in the T20I scheme of things. He's not thinking that. But the kind of batting style that he has, it is absolutely suited to test if he's able to convert, if he's able to maintain that consistency, and if he's able to capitalize on the potential that he has. Today, he looked far, far better than what he looked in South African series. Also, the fact that we kept discussing this in our pre-match and post-match shows while the South African
yes.
series was on is that he was not given a longer rope. He constantly
Hmm.
I mean, the number three spot was shuffled so much. Washington Sundar was promoted all of a sudden up the order to bat at number three, and then
That's the
we
only thing.
all of us used to discuss at that time that if you are thinking of Sai Sudarshan as your number three, you have to have the faith in him, and you have to give him a longer rope to see if he's able to do it. Even in the England series, he was given the number three spot, and then suddenly Karun Nair came in, and then Karun Nair was unable to perform. He was dropped, and once again Sai Sudarshan came in. So now, with all due respect to Devdutt Padikkal, who is sitting on the bench, I mean, he has great records in domestics, but I mean, the fact that the management, the coach, the captain, whoever, they've shown the faith in him, he has to capitalize on that, and he has to show it. And he has to do that consistently, because otherwise, I'm pretty sure he is not feeling the pressure as of, I mean, that way, but
Yeah.
he also is aware of the fact that there's also somebody warming the bench who is also capable of playing in this position. So maybe he has that in his mind, and he has played accordingly. So overall, I think very good knock from him today. He has shown promise, he has shown improvement. It would have been lovely if he would have been able to convert it into a century or maybe more. But I think good start, and hoping to see much, much better from him hereafter.
I'll
See,
just a couple
yeah,
of
see,
lines, just a couple of lines
yeah, please.
on Sudarshan.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Sudarshan is he's very much a backward player while playing spin. These Afghanistani spinners bowl at 80 kilometers per hour, 82 kilometers per hour, so he can play off the back foot easily, quite easily. So I think the crucial part to look at with Sudarshan is when he plays against spinners who bowl quicker to the air. Simon Harmer is someone who obviously can change his pace, vary his pace from 80 to even 92 kilometers per hour. He's that kind of a bowler, great spinner. And Nathan Lyon obviously can bowl quicker through the air. Even that the left arm spinner Koeman, all these guys can bowl much quicker through the air. So that is why I think we have to wait and watch when it comes to Sudarshan against spin bowling. See, he comes from an old school in the sense that he plays a lot more of the back foot. That's great when it was the pre-DRS era. In this DRS era, a lot of spinners are bowling quicker through the air because they want to get a lot more LBWs, and that is where it is kind of gone against Sudarshan in some certain aspects. Because if you are going to play back, yes, it's very good. You are using the depth of the crease and all, but if you are playing back in the DRS era, if you sometimes if you don't judge the length well and you're playing back to kind of full delivery, you could be very much trapped in front. In this DRS era, umpires are also on-field umpires also are very much. I think they're bolder than they used to be. I come from a time when Jimmy Adams, our great Jimmy Adams, used to pad everything. He used to show his front pad to every single delivery, and almost I think averaged over 100 or whatever in India by doing that. And he basically got famous with the nickname Jimmy Adams. So you can't do that in 2026. in this DRS era, and that is where I want to see how Sai Sudharsan goes about his business against spinners who ball much quicker than what you see with the Afghanistani spinners. Yes, there are whispers about his game against pace, that his head falls across and
Hmm.
all that stuff. But having said that, his good temperament is definitely good temperament. But I think he'll be tested a lot more against some certain different attacks compared to Afghanistan's spin attack.
Bharat comes up and takes up so old games. I really feel sometimes that I haven't watched cricket enough, and I'm a 12-year-old person who knows nothing about cricket because he comes up and talking about 1930s and 50s. I'm like, oh God. But anyways, let's take the comment
He
first of all.
has written
Arush,
articles about World War II since the time of World War II. And you can know that is why he
he has
sarcastically
been
says he
watching cricket since the dinosaur era. I feel so.
dinosaur era. Exactly, I was coming to
No,
that
Yeah.
dinosaur
I
era.
watched. No, no, I have watched, joking, I have watched Prince Edward to play a game that resembled cricket in 1301 AD in New London.
Oh, oh. Again,
Okay.
okay, wait. How many of you have watched Prince Edward? Please be honest. Vaibhav and Mohor. Have you watched? Vaibhav?
We were not even born then. How would
I
we?
am a
Yeah.
2000 born. I cannot. I
Same.
was not even in existence. My parents
2002
were not even
born.
married.
Okay, let's take up the comment of Arush. Okay. Uh, Bharat sir, according to you, if Rohit Sharma acha, is not available for Afghanistan series, do you think management take a final call on his future? Ayush ji, you are here also. He loves Rohit Sharma. You can figure it out in his comment. Yeah, Bharat, please
Let me
answer
put
the
it in
question.
that way. Whatever I understand, I think Rohit Sharma might get in and play that Afghanistan series. From what I
Hmm.
understand, I guess the date is June 8th or around those lines, that he might get, might or might not get a certificate in terms of his fitness. So I still feel that Rohit Sharma will play that a particular ODI series. But yes, the selectors are definitely keeping an eye on him. There's no doubt about that. See, what happens is when you get older, selectors have less patience when it comes to your form,
Yeah,
when it comes to fitness. It could be basically one bad series and you're out. It happened to even someone like Jimmy Anderson in March 2023. He was the number one ranked Test match bowler. In July
yeah,
2023, he failed in three Test matches in a big ticket series in the Ashes, and some months he was gone. So it happens to even the best. So if it happens like that with Rohit Sharma, it's unfortunate because I still
yeah.
think he's in good form as far as his batting is concerned. Is in good form, but from what I understand, from what I believe, the selectors are definitely keeping a keen eye on his fitness. A little bit of hamstring problem here or there. Obviously, he has had a history of hamstring issues, soft tissue injuries. If he has a few couple more hamstring injuries, unfortunately, it could be curtains for him. As I noted, it would be unfortunate. But I'm still reasonably confident, not very confident, that he would get into that ODI. He would play that ODI series.
I really feel and I really hope that he plays the series and he scores run because see he has nothing to prove to anyone in this world. I feel so. He has been playing since almost 20 years. उनको कुछ भी prove करने की need नहीं है. But again, if you have to, keep being in the team for the 2027 ODI World Cup, you have to score runs. You can't help. That's the thing which is demanded from both Rohit and Virat. Virat is still very much certain for the ODI World Cup, but when we talk about Rohit, we all know what is happening, behind the roads. So that is the thing I should to be focused on. But yeah, we'll quickly talk about today's another star boy, Rishabh Pant, which who have been highlighted a lot because of a very very bad IPL season. In fact, sorry to butt in. A bit off topic. Between the match, I was also texting more, and I was talking that we have grown up watching Rohit Virat play, and slowly the time is coming when they will not be playing for India. So that is a very sad thing and emotional thing for all the fans who are still watching cricket and who are covering cricket. I don't know why Babam is laughing again, but anyways, yeah. So coming back, you want to say something, Babam? You can say if you want to say something. No, no, you
There is
please
a
go on.
there is a generation that has grown up watching Virat Rohit. There is a generation who has watched Don
Sachin.
Bradman, Clive Lloyd, and Sir Jimmy
About
Adams. And
whom are you talking about? Whom are you talking
then I
about?
come in
I
between.
think
Then
we
I am the
know.
lone one. Then I am the lone one who has grown up
Then I
watching
will
Sachin,
add
Rahul
all
Dravid.
kinds of players. Archie Jackson, Clem Hill. I've
Oh
watched all these
God.
guys.
Larwood,
And Sandy
Jeff
Bell,
Thompson.
Neville Quinn from 1929. I will all add all this. George
Holding
But
Hetfield,
his
Michael
favorite is
O'Douglas.
Vivian
Marco.
Richards.
His
I'm going
favorite
back
is
in time.
Marco.
Neville Quinn, Sandy Bell, Jack Hobbs,
Sydney
Herbert
Barnes.
Simms. She
Okay.
will get angry.
Good
If
for
I keep taking
good
these names, she will get angry. Archie
good for
McLaren.
our good for our general knowledge. But yeah, we'll quickly talk about Rishabh Pant before we wind up the 5 p.m. show. He has already scored a 50. Quickly, we'll talk about him. Like, Vaibhav, how are you? How far are you looking at him to score? Do you think he will score 100? Like, do you think, according to the game he has played today, do you think he will be able to convert his 50 to 100, 70s, 80s big runs?
See, you won't get better conditions and a better opposition to score runs. If you are struggling for form, I don't think there's a better
That is.
venue. There are better conditions, or there's a better attack than Afghanistan. Even if you look at this spinner, Sharafuddin Ashraf is, I think, only playing his second Test match. Kharote
Yeah.
is playing his first Test match. The most experienced spinner, their most experienced spinner, Kas Ahmad, has only played two Test matches, and then there are other debuts. So Afghanistan's whole Test history is only limited to 11, 12 Test matches since gaining that Test status in 2017. So you have to understand that these are inexperienced. Of course, they can pull off the upsets in white ball cricket. In white ball cricket, they have
Yeah.
emerged as a dark horse, as a strong contender. But in Test cricket, they are still work in progress. Obviously, it's not easy. Just now you have got that Test status. It's not been a decade. So I think that is a work in progress. But coming to Rishabh Pant, the red ball batter again is very different to what Rishabh Pant, the white ball batter, and also like Bharat said, the quality of bowling also it helps. The Rishabh scored, I think, his last Test 100 against Bangladesh, if I'm not wrong, in 2024. After that, no, he scored a century. He scored his last home century against Bangladesh. I think that was
Yeah.
his last home century in New Zealand. Against New Zealand, he didn't score. He got out to 90 in
99.
Bengaluru. Yeah,
99.
in
Oh God.
Bengaluru,
So bad
Willow
it
Rourke.
was.
I think it was Willow Rourke or somebody else
Yeah, yeah.
got.
Below Rook
So
only.
see, yeah. So Rishabh Pant has a terrific home record. I think after Rohit Sharma, he's got the best home record. If you look at the last 7 or 8 years, Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant have
Mhm.
scored truckload of runs in home
Yeah.
conditions. So I think good for Rishabh Pant that he's getting those runs, and he will be a very crucial player. This Test match has no significance when it comes to WTC cycle, WTC points. These points are not at stake. But when you will
Mm-hmm.
go to Sri Lanka against quality, much better, spinners,
Bowling
then
lineup.
there is a yeah. Then because there's a Prabhat Jasuria waiting, who's a goal master, and as Bharat calls
Gall
him as goal
Gladiator.
master. Goal
See.
gladiator.
Gall Gladiator.
Yeah. See, here he comes. So against Sri Lanka, when the points will be at stake, Sri Lanka is a very tough team to beat. Although Australia have done it under Steve Smith last year, if I'm not wrong, or this year, earlier this year
Yeah.
only. So
Mm.
but still, Sri Lanka remains a tough condition, especially when the Indian team is in transition and their game against quality spin is under scanner. So Rishabh Pant will be a very crucial player in that Sri Lanka series. So if he scores runs in this game, I think that will be very good for him carrying that confidence in the next series.
Very rightly said, Mohor or Bharat. Anything you want to speak about Rishabh Pant? Him converting his 50s into hundreds or big 70s, 80s. We can hope that.
Yeah. I mean, look, today, I think, yeah, of course, he would be running low on confidence, and a lot of other things have happened to him also in the last few
Yeah.
weeks or months, I would say. Uh, not finding a place in the ODI squad, scrapped off from the vice captaincy position, and all of that. But then when he came in today, I think a foundation was already laid by the batters, where KL Rahul had scored a century, Shubman Gill was set. So I think it was the perfect opportunity for him to capitalize on that opportunity and try and get back among runs. And once he gets back among runs, I think all he needs is one or two games. I think one game one proper game to just get back the confidence again and start, scoring big. Him as a red ball batter, no doubts at all. But I think today, correct me if I'm wrong, Bharat and Weber, but I think today I saw a
Hmm.
completely different approach from him. He was not going ultra aggressive right from ball one. He was very calculative. He knew when to hit. He was defending. He was defending a lot of balls. And then when the spinners were coming in, he was hitting big shots against them. Those sixes. I still remember the way he took on Shoaib Bashir in the England tour. I think
Oh.
he he has lost it after that. But today I think he looked far more calculative and cautious at the crease. I don't know if it's some message from the management or somebody has told him to play that way, but he looked far more calculative instead of that typical gung ho. So yeah, that's
Just before Bharat says something, I just want to take our viewers back
Yeah.
to that Guwahati test, the way he got out. Then there was an instance where the head coach was spotted, having a long conversation with two batters. One, Rishabh Pant, who was
Hmm.
the stand-in captain in that game, and other one was Dhruv Jurel. So these two, I think these two batters got proper schooling from Mr. Headmaster, and then afterwards you can see the change in approach in this, because after that test, this is the first test they are playing, so you can definitely see the change in approach, and I think there should be a mix of caution and aggression both, which Rishabh Pant, because if he does that, Rishabh Pant is unstoppable in Test cricket.
100%. Bharat, you want to say a few words about Rishabh Pant and his approach to
Oh, I
today's
guess I've
batting?
added enough. I've said enough over the last 2, 3 live shows. So not much to add about Rishabh. If I were the coach, as I noted, if I had seen him play that kind of a shot in that Gawati test for about 30, 40 minutes, I would have got a little bit
Hmm.
angry. Then I would have thought to myself, you can't really curb this player's natural instincts. He's going to again try such a shot somewhere in the near future. Maybe get caught in the mid wicket region or whatever it is. And if as I noted, for a defensive batter, a tentative poke also is bad. The same way for Rishabh Pant, it could be for someone else, it could be getting caught in the slip cordon. For someone like Rishabh Pant, it could be like getting caught at mid wicket region. So I guess it's for the coaching staff to change their mindset slightly. I can understand why they were angry about that particular shot in Gawati, but you still have to understand someone like Rishabh Pant is at his best when he sticks to his natural instincts.
Yeah, very rightly said. So I think that would be it for now. We had a very big conversation because we were learning about the players who have been playing cricket since the Stone Age from Lord Bharat. But yeah, anyways, it was a good show. It was a good.
Not
Why would you laugh,
peasant,
yeah?
peasant Bharat.
Yeah.
Laborer,
Yeah.
layman,
Okay.
layman.
Okay, so it was a very good conversation with Vaibhav, Mohor, and Bharat, and I hope that we put more 300 runs tomorrow on the scoreboard. Indian team puts more 300 runs on the scoreboard, and an easy win for Indian team. We could expect that. So that would be it for now. For more such news, updates, and shows, keep watching Rep Sports. Thanks for watching.